Okay. So yesterday, what two stories did we cover? Kannappa Nayanar. Kannappa. You can remember Kannappa, right? So, what was the most important takeaway message? Everywhere you have takeaway, right? Devotion. Devotion, okay. Same. Something else? Something you liked about Bhagirath's nature or I know. What? Bhagirath, what did you like about Bhagirath? Yes, Subbalakshmi. Yes. Oh, went off. Okay. Yes, Shreyas, tell me. What did you learn about yesterday's story character?
Determination.
Uh-huh. And no, your mama is not going to tell you. You are only going to think. What do you liked? You don't need to put hard words and all. 2, 3 sentences also is fine. आपको क्या अच्छा लगा?
मुझे सबसे अच्छा वो जो
हाँ.
वो जो उसका शिव के हाथ से जो निकल रहा था तो वो अपना आँखी उसमें लगा लिया.
करेक्ट ना, बहुत ही अच्छा था ना वो स्टोरी बहुत ही अच्छा था ना. या आई नो. थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग श्रेयस. थैंक यू. ऐसा ही आपको शेयर करना है. आपके मन में क्या आ रहा है आपको शेयर करना है. ठीक है. यस. थैंक यू. यस त्रिशा.
Ma'am, I like the patience about Bhagirath.
Wow. And are you also patient, my dear? Okay. So maybe, yeah, that quality you can start having it, right? They, these are qualities if you're inspired by it. So maybe you could also start being more patient. It'll be lovely to have that, right? Yeah, correct. Thank you for sharing, my dear. Okay, good. So,
Bhagirathi and
so yeah, Ganga became Bhagirathi.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Bhagirathi and one more mixing.
Named Janvi.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They both no actually Ganga was mixing. Bhagirathi was another river and one more thing was another river.
Alaknanda.
Yeah, Alaknanda, and
They both merged together in Dev Prayag. But Bhagirath, Ganga is also named as Bhagirathi because she came to India, to Bharat, because of Bhagiratha's tapas. So her name is also Bhagirathi. But the merging of Alaknanda river and Bhagirathi river happens at Dev Prayag. And then is where usually they say that the merging Shiva and Shakti beautifully merged together and Ganga came about. That also is said like that. Okay.
I saw that.
Yeah. So many people go and visit Dev Prayag. It's a nice place for that. Okay. So today, one most interesting personality, who is the villain or who is the Rakshasa, the main Rakshasa in Ramayana? Ravana, right? So we are going to talk here about Ravana, a very interesting personality. Because Ravana, you would have heard as the evil Rakshasa who stole or who dragged someone who dragged Sita to which place? Where did he rule? Sri Lanka was a place. Because Sita stayed there, it became Sri Lanka. So actually, on those days, it was called Lanka only. Okay. Okay. So Shri means it's actually Devi, no? Shri means Lakshmi Devi. So Shri. So it became after many years of Ramayana, which the battle happened, then it became Sri Lanka. Okay. Yeah.
She was captured.
Yeah, because but such a holy, such a divine mother or their Sita Devi was staying there. She was captured by Ravana, but for us, what it is that Sita Devi was there, captured, being there for one whole year, right? So it's something such a holy place where Devi sat. She sat there for about 1 year. Was she just sitting and doing nothing? No, she was totally in a tapas and meditative mode for that one whole year, meditating for Rama to come. That is something very divine. That spot itself is something very holy. If you go and visit that spot where Devi Sita was sitting there, there is I have heard that the Ashokavana place is there where people go, and there is a Sita temple and all that. If you by chance go to Lanka, you should visit there along Lanka. Okay. Now we are moving to Ravana. Huh? Okay. So now Ravana, you need to understand that actually Ravana was actually a Brahmin actually by birth. Okay. So his father was Vishravas and his grandfather was a great Muni, Pulastya Muni. Okay. So he is born from that lineage actually. But when Ravana grew up, he was outstanding in his knowledge. He is extremely intelligent. He was proficient in Vedas. We say that in English, I'm giving little vocabulary to you guys. So, okay. So basically, is outstanding in learning Vedas and the scriptures and the Sanskrit, chanting and everything. And he was also a great musician. Okay. So a great musician and also a devotee of Shiva. So he was a great devotee of Shiva. So that immense devotion to Shiva was unmatchable to anyone. That much devotion he had for Shiva. So long time ago, how did he get the boon? Ravana had two brothers. Who are the two brothers? Ravana had two brothers. Yes, Kumbhakarna and yes, Ahana, Kumbhakarna and what? You put your chat. Kumbhakarna and
Vibhishan.
huh?
Vibhishan.
Yes, Vibhishana. Yes, correct. Vibhishana. So Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana, who sleeps for a long time? Kumbhakarna. So how did they get the boon? It's very interesting because I want to add little interesting fact before I move on to Ravana. Because these three brothers, they decide to please God and get some boons. So they do intense tapas. Intense tapas they do. And obviously Brahma appears in front of them and says, what do you want? What do you seek? What boon do you want? And Ravana says, I want to be nobody, invincible. Okay, that is nobody can conquer me, not even Devas, not even Rakshasas, not even demons. He forgot about humans because he thought these mere humans, what is these Chintu humans will do for me? Yeah. So he just concentrated on no devas, no astras, no this demons, nothing can conquer me. I need to be unconquerable or invincible in battle. So the Brahma says, Tatastu, Tatastu. So be it. So it is. Right? Correct. So then Vibhishana, what did he ask? Vibhishana says something very beautiful. See, there's a beautiful difference between these three, which I always tell in Ramayana stories, right? Last year we had Ramayana. So Vibhishana says very beautifully that I just want to remember the Lord always. Please bless me with that. Not even a moment I don't want to forget. So just let me remember the divine. Let me remember Narayana always. And what did Brahma say? Tatastu. Now Kumbhakarna actually was an extremely not intelligent, powerful, strong person. Okay. So it was said that he had the power of 10,000 elephants. That was what is mentioned in the scriptures. It was mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana book. 10,000 elephant strength he had. He was the ability to even, kill the whole entire Deva army. That was his ability. So now he actually wanted to have more and more strength. Okay. So he wanted to have that strength. So, but what happened is Saraswati Devi kind of did a trick in his tongue. So instead of him, he wanted to say, I want to be having more and more strength. Instead of saying, let me have more nidra, he said. Nidra means sleep. So immediately Brahma says, so be it, tatastu. So immediately Ravana understood this mistake. No, my brother did not ask for Nidra. He wanted more and more strength. He wanted to be invincible in battle and conquer more and more. He doesn't want Nidra. Please take back your blessings, take plague. So Brahma says, no, I cannot take back your the boon which I have already given. Okay, we'll do one thing. Let him sleep for 6 months and let him be awake for 6 months. Okay, so that is how Kumbhakarna, he used to sleep for 6 months, and whenever Ravana needed him, a huge, sound and everything effects would be given so that Kumbhakarna wakes up and then he becomes ready for the battle. But today I am not going to talk about the Ramayana story now. So today I am going to talk about Ravana, the Bhakta of Shiva. Okay, so now this Ravana had a very interesting vehicle. What's the name of that vehicle? What Vahana? What Vimana? Pushpaka Vimana. Yes, Atharva, tell me.
Pushpaka Vimana.
Now, what is so special about this Pushpaka Vimana, Atharva? That you know?
Yes, but like it could fly.
Okay. Another thing, what another special thing?
And it had divine powers.
Okay. One
And Ravana stole it from Kubera.
excellent. That is fantastic point. One more very interesting point which you all would love to have. Just a hint, very similar to the movie Avatar. You all watched Avatar, I suppose. When someone rides the dragon, do they give instruction to the dragon, go right and go left? That intense connection is there, right? So the rider's thoughts, the dragon knows. The same
And
thing.
also that Vimana can know what the Ravana is saying.
Yeah, so once the Vimana knows the master, whatever the master is thinking, that I need to go to Balargata Road, I need to go to Delhi. The Vamana will take the master to Delhi. That is the something very interesting about this Pushpaka Vimana. And this was actually owned by Kubera, and Ravana snatched Kubera's Pushpaka Vimana, Kubera's kingdom, which was Lanka actually. Kubera was ruling the kingdom Lanka. So then Kubera escaped from there and went off to Himalayas, and there he established his kingdom. Okay, so now Ravana had the Pushpaka Vimana. After he conquered Kubera and got the Pushpaka Vimana, he was really very, very proud. For sometimes, you get something and you want to show off to everyone. Yeah, I got this, I got this, I got this. You got some very interesting Lego toy. Okay, superb. Your uncle would have bought some fantastic Lego toy. Now you have built up the Lego. And then now you want to show to everyone, to uncle, your friends and everything. So you take the Lego and go to the park and show everyone, see, I've got this Lego toy. So same thing, Ravana, just like a child, got this Pushpaka Vimana and he wanted to show off to the whole world that, see, I own the Pushpaka Vimana. So he sits on the Pushpaka Vimana. He beautifully flies through the sky. It's like an aeroplane. It flies through the sky. He laughs loudly so that everyone watches. Who is this? Who is this person? So he wanted to have that kind of a presence, that acknowledgement from everyone that, aha, Ravana is going. What is this Vimana? Wonderful. It's something very unique. Now, Ravana wanted to show off to someone who he devotes. He is very devoted to. Who? Nana is devoted to whom? Shiva. And where does Shiva and Parvati stay? Kailasha. Correct. So now Kailasha, Shiva and Parvati are staying, and now Ravana, sitting on the Pushpaka Vimana, decides to show off his Pushpaka Vimana to Shiva and Parvati. See, I have this, So he goes to Kailasha. Kailasha is in the Himalaya area. Now tell me, who's like the gatekeeper or the Vahana of Shiva and Parvati?
Ganesha.
Yes, Trisha. Who is the Vahana of Shiva?
Ganesha.
Who is the Vahana of Trisha? This thing, Atharva?
Nandi.
Yes, Nandi. Nandi is a Vahana, yeah. Ganesha is the son of Shiva. What happened to you all? Yeah. Okay, so now Nandi as a bull sits in front of the what you say, the gate towards Shiva and Parvati's home. He sits there. He will not allow anyone to pass, not even one insect he will allow. So that is the ultimate devotion and sincerity which Nandi sits there. So now you are also sitting like this. Otherwise, I'll call you like Nandi only. So you sit nicely, cross-legged, and then look at my face. Fantastic. So then, so what happens? Then immediately Nandi stops Ravana. He said, no, you cannot enter Kailasha because Shiva and Parvati have not given you permission to enter. Without Shiva and Parvati's permission, you cannot enter. And now they are doing their own prayers. They are enjoying themselves. So you cannot enter. Please wait. Now, Ravana, can he wait?
No.
So it's not like some appointment to the doctor where you sit for some long time, you sit in front of the doctor's clinic, na? So he cannot wait. He is too arrogant and proud enough to sit and wait. He said, no, you don't know who I am. I am Ravana. Don't you know who I am? I am Ravana. So I can have free entry to Kailasha. Just move away, Nandi. I need to enter. So Nandi says, no, he will just remain there. Nandi is some extraordinary person who will just not move. That's all. Whatever you do, he will not move. There are interesting stories of Nandi also. So he will just be there, and Ravana was not able to enter. And Ravana was getting really irritated and getting angry that Nandi was not allowing. So he started giving lot of harsh words. Lot of very bad words he started speaking to Nandi, but Nandi was just remaining there. No, Ravana, you cannot enter. Now, Ravana was really getting more and more irritated. Again, he calls it that, you monkey little fellow, you stand in front of this gate like this. Huh? You don't even allow me to enter. Da, 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 da. He starts giving lot of trigger words to Nandi. That time, Nandi lost his cool. He said, hey, Ravana, you dare to insult me like a monkey? There will be a day when you will be defeated by an army of monkeys. So this is my curse to you. So now you know where Ravana got the curse?
Yeah.
And was he defeated by an army of monkeys? Yes, in Ramayana it happened. Really, it happened. No, yeah. Hanuman and monkeys, no, everyone. Sugriva and all the whole army defeated. This was how Ravana got his curse. And was it really required? He could have sat and waited patiently. So this is why somebody was telling, no, that patience. So did he have patience? No. So that is one thing which is absolutely a wonderful quality. Impatience is not a good quality. Patience is an absolutely wonderful quality. If he had the patience, Shiva and Parvati would have called him and they would have gone inside. So now Ravana is still angry that this Nandi gave him a curse, but he did not even bother about it. He decided, oh, if I can't go to Kailasha, up above the Kailasha, I will lift the Kailasha. Look at my strength. So he goes there next to the mountain and he starts lifting. And Nandi immediately rushes to Shiva and Parvati. Shiva says that this monkey this Ravana is trying to lift. Shiva just smiled. Say, let me see what he does. So Ravana starts lifting with his strength, and obviously he has enough strength also. So he starts lifting. What did Shiva do? Using his big toe, in the top, he's sitting, on top of the Kailash mountain, he's sitting with Shiva, Parvati. You should visualize like that. So when you visualize on the top, Shiva and Parvati are sitting, and Shiva presses his big toe. Nicely presses it, and then what happens? Ravana is almost lifted and the mountain is kind of shaking. Parvati is also a little worried, and when Shiva presses the big toe, he gets crushed under the mountain. Ravana, and he cries out in pain and agony, so much of pain. Imagine that he's crushed under the mountain, the Kailasha mountain. He cries, shouts, he gets angry, everything he does. Okay. But he forgets one thing, he forgets about Shiva. So for a long time, for about one whole day, it is said that he shouted, he cried in pain and pain. So you might be thinking, why, auntie, he did not die or what? He's a Rakshasa. Okay. So he won't die so fast. Please remember that. Okay. So So then after so much of distress and agony, sometimes when we are so much in distress, so much of agony, then what do? We pray, no? Sometimes.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to sit and pray, right? So that is what Ravana also did. He suddenly recognized that what I did was wrong. He forgot Shiva's strength. So then he started remembering Shiva. He started closing his eyes and started praying very, very intently to Shiva. He said, "Oh Shiva." And you know, Ravana has, you all know, he has a lot of arms, right?
Yeah.
So many thousand arms is what is mentioned. So one of the arms he cut himself, cut it or broke it or whatever you could call it, because he's crushed. Obviously, he can only break the arm. And then it seems using the arm like a veena, like a musical instrument, he sang praises of Shiva. He is a musician, isn't it? He is a musician, he is a lyricist, he is a Sanskrit scholar. So I told you, right, apart from the pride and arrogance, Ravana was an extraordinary character. Absolutely extraordinary. Only problem was his pride, arrogance, and his desire for acquiring women. Okay, so that was one kind of a setback for him. Otherwise, yes.
Auntie, if his hand was crushed, how did it?
Yeah, he lifted. That's I also understand that. So if you see in the dolls also, you could have seen, right? He lifted himself. He's there. See, the strength of Ravana is also immense. Yeah, so that's what it is said in the books or in the scriptures that he lifted himself and somehow he was kind of lost in his own world of singing and praising and using his arms or whatever it is to create some music, and he was singing, and that is where it seems the Shiva Tandava Stotram was created, which is a lot of dancers will be singing. So when he started singing, it was said that Shiva and Parvati started dancing, it seems. So now, his prayer was so sincere and devoted. Like I told you yesterday, the divine or the God will sense your sincerity, right? If you are praying sincerely, he can sense it. See, Kavana today is very distracted, I understand. So little bit towards me, okay? So otherwise he will lose his attention, no? Yeah. So then what happened? So I also will forget my story part. Okay. So then what did I say?
You were playing.
He was playing the veena, the Shiva Tandava Stotram, and the Shiva and the Parvati were dancing. And Shiva sensed the devotion of Ravana and decides to forgive him. And he says, Ravana, you're forgiven. Immediately, the Ravana was set free, and Shiva and Parvati gave him the beautiful Chandrahasa sword. It's a very beautiful sword. Why it is called Chandrahasa? It seems the sword is like a smile of a moon, like a half crescent moon. A half crescent moon, it will be like as if it's smiling, right? If you see it like that. So the sword is such a fantastic sword. It seems the sword is so fantastic that whoever is having the sword is cannot be defeated. That is the power, because obviously it has a power of Shiva's grace, no? And and it seems even without the master wielding the sword, it can fight. So it seems after Ravana got the Chandrahasa sword, he was undefeatable in any battle. He defeated so many kingdoms. He even defeated Indra also. He defeated many places using the Chandrahasa sword. But was it effective in Ramayana's battle? No, it was not effective in Ramayana's battle. He could not use it very effectively there because who was his opponent? Rama. Rama was himself Narayana. Right? Can Shiva's grace oppose Narayana? Right? No, that's so. In Ramayana battle, this Chandrahasa sword did not work or was not so effective. But all other battles, just Chandrahasa sword was outstandingly helpful for Ravana, and that is how he became unconquerable. Now, after receiving the Chandrahasa sword and after conquering the whole world, Ravana decides that he needs to, he wanted to request Shiva to shift his house from Kailasha to Lanka. It's like you ask your grandmother, please shift your house from there to our house itself. Okay, if your grandmother is staying somewhere else. So, same thing. So, he wanted Shiva and Parvati to shift to Lanka because he thought that if Shiva and Parvati stays in Lanka, then that kingdom will be totally safe always. And he can rule the world, all the three worlds. That is what his intention. So then he again performs intense tapas to Shiva. So what did he do? In his intense tapas, see, he is something also very extraordinary like Kannappa. In his intense tapas, he has how many heads?
10.
10 heads. So in his intense tapas, one by one head, he was giving it for sacrifice. One by one head he will cut and give it for sacrifice. Finally, he was about to chop his own main head. Yes, tell me, Atharva.
Ma'am, that Ravana wanted to shift Lord Shiva to Lanka so that his kingdom would be always safe. That's right.
Yes, always safe. Yes, correct. So, yes, my dear, you are Subbalakshmi. Yeah, tell me.
Then how come you're saying that all the 10 heads is cutting? Then how come in the Ramayana he has 10 heads?
You will tell, I will come to the point. I will see, you will hear, you will see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting question you have to given. Yeah. So now what happened? One by one head was cut and given as offering to Shiva. He was about to cut his final head. Immediately Shiva could not bear it anymore. Can someone, when any devotee does like that, can the divine bear it? He immediately came. He said, stop, oh Ravana. What are you doing? Please stop. Tell me, what do you want? Then Ravana says, please shift your residence from Kailasha to Lanka. I want you to be with me only always. Okay. So Shiva smiled. He said, my dear Bhakta, the offer is very, very, tempting. But I don't want to shift there. I will love to remain here. But I will give you something which is something really very, very good. And immediately he presented one linga to Ravana. So this is called Atma Linga. That is the Shiva's power is there in that linga. Okay. So no climax, no revealing the story. Huh? Okay, yeah. That we will talk about it later. It's written in Devanagari or Sanskrit. Okay. So sometimes in Devanagari script, sometimes in Sanskrit script it is written. Okay. And then people, the rishis have beautifully translated it and all those things. Okay. Yeah. So then what happened? Atmalinga was given to Ravana. And he says, if I am not coming there in person, you just establish this Atmalinga in your Lanka and you can say that I am always there in Lanka. So, but there is one condition. You cannot place this linga on the ground till you reach Lanka. Only wherever you decide to keep me in Lanka, only there you need to keep me on the ground. From your journey to Lanka, you should not keep the linga down. Okay. So Ravana said, okay. So he was very, very happy. Actually, if the linga is kept in Lanka, Ravana would be not conquerable at all. So now Indra Deva, everyone are little worried about it. Oh, you should know what to do. Somehow we need to prevent this Atmalinga to be there in Lanka. So right now Ravana is in India, Bharat. Okay. So he is now traveling down. So he is almost in the area of Karnataka side. The coastal Karnataka side is there. Okay. So at that time, a young Brahmin boy was walking. Okay, a young Brahmin boy, very chintu fellow, he was walking there. And that is the time when it was almost evening time. And usually evenings, all the Brahmins usually do Sandhya Vandana, they do their prayers. Okay, so yes, so they do their prayers, which is very important. Every Brahmin would be doing their Sandhya Vandana in the evening. So those who are all having your thread I hope you're all doing your prayers in the evening. So, yeah, so Ravana, now how can he do the prayer when he has the linga in his hand? Right? So now he was thinking of a way so that the linga is not put on the floor, and suddenly this boy is walking around coming. I thought, that is a fantastic opportunity. He calls, my dear boy, come, come, come. He said that boy walks slowly, playfully, like Ishan only. He's that kind of, that age only he is there, and he is walking. He's joyfully walking. He said, tell me, oh, what do you want? He asked. He doesn't know this is Ravana and all. Okay, he said, my dear boy, can you hold this linga for some time? Let me finish my prayers and come. So this boy said, no, 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 I don't want, uncle. He said, I don't want to hold this, all this linga and all. I want to go and play. He says, no, 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 my dear boy, I will reward you very, very well. Just hold it for some time. I have to do my prayers. I cannot miss my prayers. Just hold. So this boy refused for a long time, and Ravana said, no, no, you do. I will reward you well. I will really, you don't know who I am. I am really an emperor. You just hold for some time. So what did this boy say? What is this? Somebody has asked something. Okay. So then what happened? What happened? The boy said, okay, I have a condition. I will call you 3 times. If you don't come by 3 times, I'll keep the linga down. Okay. 3 times I'll call. It's like your mother saying that 3 times I'll call you, you don't come to the dining table. That's it, one whack is given. Huh? Same thing. So the boy said, 3 times I'll call. If you don't come by that time, that's it. I'll keep the linga down. Ravana thought, okay, I think within 3 times I can finish my prayers. He said, no problem, no problem. Okay, he did not know how fast this guy will say three times, na? So immediately he gives the linga to this boy. This boy said, oh, it's very heavy. It is too much. I can't take it. This is very heavy. All nutcut, all things he did. But now Ravana said, please. See, can you imagine Ravana saying, please? No. To that much utmost level he was, that he said, please, my dear boy, please hold it. Wait for some time. I will come fast. The boy said, come fast. Otherwise, I will tell the fast. So this Ravana rushed. Actually, he rushed. He rushed towards the river to do the prayer. This boy was saying, oh, it is very heavy. It is very, very heavy. Ravana, come. So how many times over? First time. No, this is only first time. Okay. Okay. Ravana, he said, Ravana, come. It's very heavy. Ravana said, wait, my dear boy. Just wait for some more time. I'm just starting my prayers. Immediately, this boy was starting to wait, and he was going, shifting. He said, Ravana, I need to do suso. Wait, think. Immediately again. So second time, it's Ravana said, no, just wait. I'm almost finishing it. Please wait, my dear boy. Don't keep the linga down. Okay, don't call out again. This is the third time, and Ravana was immediately actually really rushing out on his prayers. He was so scared. Can you imagine Ravana, the greatest emperor of the whole world or the 3 worlds, being scared of this small little boy? Okay, and then immediately, no, I can't bear it anymore. Ravana, you have to come, and tap, he keeps the linga down. Ravana rushes so fast. He was so angry with this little boy. This little boy smiled and vanished immediately. Just like that, he vanished. Ravana was just looking at the linga, he thought, okay, I'll take it. And he tried to lift the linga, but the linga did not move. He tried to lift, and the linga broke into 4 more pieces, and it just threw off. The 4 pieces went off and went to different places around those areas in Karnataka side, Maharashtra side, or whatever. So, and this linga was just there. It did not move. Ravana tried. He lifted the Kailasha, but he could not lift this Atmalinga. And that Atmalinga remained there, and he understood that he can't do anything. So you know what? That Linga temple, Atmalinga temple, is present right now at Gokarna Mahabaleshwar temple. So you should all go and visit there. You should tell him, now you know the story. So you write down this. And all the other 4 pieces which fell anywhere else, they were in different shapes. So here, the one shape was kind of, it seems, had a kind of a twisted thing. So it is called Murudeshwar. Another 2, 3 places, I forgot the name, Gunuvantakara or something like that. So they are called Panchalinga Kshetra. 5 Linga Kshetras they are all. It will be lovely if you all go for a visit. Gokarna anyway has beaches. Go to the temple, enjoy the beach, tell your parents the whole story of Ravana's Atmalinga. Now, who was this little boy?
Ganesha?
Yes, the boy was Ganesha. Ganesha is one who would have all these interesting things, right? So this is how Atmalinga was established here, and it did not reach Lanka. And Ganesha prevented that. It was such an important thing, isn't it? So yeah, so don't, so Ganesha is Vigna Harta, but here he gave a obstacle to Ravana, isn't it? So now from Ravana, oh yeah, tell me Trisha. Yes, tell me Trisha.
Ma'am, I think that's why India is not conquerable.
India is not conquerable. Very nice. Yes, yes. Interesting point. Okay. So now we are going to, yes, yes, tell me.
Ma'am, but India was conquered by Britain.
Yeah, but still has the heritage or the culture reduced? The culture,
Yes,
the
ma'am, but
Sanatana Dharma is everlasting, isn't it?
yes, ma'am, but India still defeated Britain.
It's not still defeated. We have gained freedom also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Although a lot of people have conquered, we still have got our freedom now. And still the culture, the heritage, everything is still everlasting. We are celebrating festivals in full pomp and vigor, no? Correct. Yeah. So that is why it is a beauty of Sanatana. What is Sanatana? Everlasting. Sanatana is no cannot it cannot end. It's everlasting. Sanatana. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, Subbalakshmi.
What is the difference between Diwali and Dashera? Both are
Okay.
same to Raman. So only I'm asking.
Yeah, so when we are going towards the stories, no, I will be starting little Devi stories towards last 2 days. So when I start the last 2 days Devi, you will understand Dashera is the significance of Mahishasura Sura being killed by Devi, and Devi and all her all her the Shaktis. So that is called Dashera. The 10 days. Also, it is also in some part of the India. It is also said that Ravana was killed by Rama. These 10 days, in the 10th day, Ravana was killed. But it's also known as Shakti Devis killed Mahishasura. Diwali is a festival of lights. When Rama, after the battle, it was said that he came to Ayodhya. And everyone in Ayodhya were really so happy. They lit the whole place with lights and lights and lights. So everyone was so happy that Rama is coming back after his exile and coming back to Ayodhya to become the king again. So it was all about happiness and the light. So there are so many different stories for Diwali, so many interesting versions for Dashera. Whatever it is the killing of the demons in Dashera. It is the after the demon is killed, what will happen? There is a lot of lightness, right? There is a lot of light of knowledge, light of prosperity, light of abundance in our life. That is Deepavali. Have you ever seen Deepavali coming first and Dashera going later? Always Dashera comes, then only Diwali comes, right? The demons will always be first eradicated, only then there is light, no? So you should always remember that combinations always. Okay. So good. So now as a very good contrast personality is Arjuna. I'm sure many of you know who is Arjuna. Tell me who is Arjuna.
He's a Pandava.
He is one of the Pandavas and what? And Mahabharata. We have gone from Ramayana to Mahabharata now because I wanted to show you, tell you. Yes. Yes,
Ma'am,
tell me.
Arjuna is the great warrior of Mahabharata and also the hero. He defeated Duryodhana and the whole Kaurava.
Yes, and he was outstanding in what weaponry?
Archery.
Yes, Yes, archery was something which he was excelling in. Of course, he excelled in all weaponry, but archery is something which he was an expert, like absolutely invincible in archery, right? So now this Arjuna. So I have to bring a little bit of Mahabharata here. Okay, so after the game of dice, I hope little part of Mahabharata all of you know. I wish one day we could start Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a very huge series, but it is said to give you one small thing, because so that you understand the backstory is Duryodhana, the Kauravas, and the whole of his section of people, they cheated the Pandavas in a game of dice. And now Pandavas were exiled.
Forest for 30 years.
So they were exiled for 13 years. So during this exile period, Pandavas were there in the forest, and many people used to come and visit the Pandavas. One day, Vedavyasa, the great rishi, Vedavyasa, do you know one thing, very interesting fact, which is nice thing I'll ask as a, even as a question also, maybe as a quiz, maybe in the after the whole series gets over for us. Vedavyasa is the one who wrote the Mahabharata. Got it? Vedavyasa is a rishi who wrote the Mahabharata. Valmiki wrote Ramayana. Vedavyasa wrote Mahabharata and all the other Puranas, the Rig Vedas, all the Vedas, the Puranas, everything Vedavyasa only wrote. All the Puranas. 18 Puranas. Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu Purana, that Purana, this Purana, Skanda Purana, Shiva Purana. So many Puranas are there, right? All the Puranas are written by Vedavyasa. Okay. And 18 Puranas are written by Vedavyasa. The Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, all the Vedas, the 4 Vedas are written. And so many other things he has written. And Mahabharata, the great epic. Mahabharata, the great epic. Also 100,000 verses or something are there in that. 100,000 verses are all written by Vedavyasa. Okay, so now, yes. Okay, cool. So then Arjuna now, Krishna and Vedavyasa visits the Pandavas. And they were thinking after the exile period is over, they need to wage a war with the Kauravas. So when you have to wage a war with an enemy, you have to have a lot of strength and lot of your own good army and lot of things required, right? So Krishna suggested Arjuna that I want you to pray to Shiva and get the Pashupata weapon. This Pashupata weapon is something very extraordinary strength. So for that, you need to go and do deep tapas and please Shiva and get the Pashupata weapon. If you get this weapon, that's it. You are set for victory. So immediately, whatever Krishna says, will Arjuna say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, he always says yes. So Arjuna and Krishna, what is the bond between both of them? Is it a friendship bond or a master servant bond or a master servant bond? It's a friendship bond actually. They are all sakkas. Their friendship bond is outstanding. Like I told day before yesterday, devotion could be a mother-child devotion, a friend devotion, a master-disciple devotion. So many types of devotions are there. And Arjuna and Krishna were like friends, deep friends, and that friends and friendship and respect was there. So Krishna, when he told Arjuna to go to the Himalayas and do prayers, he immediately agreed. He went to the Himalayas trip. Okay. And he went on top of the Himalayas. He sat there and started his deep tapas towards Shiva. He prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. Now Shiva was observing this deep tapas. And Shiva immediately just give. He thought, this really is a very, this Arjuna is really praying very well. Let me watch him for some more time. That is what Shiva said. Now, Arjuna was praying. Now, this Kauravas, what did they do? They sent one Asura named as Mukhasura. This Mukhasura took the form of a boar. And this boar started rushing towards Arjuna to kill him. Arjuna immediately sensed this and he has his bow and arrow. Immediately he took his bow and arrow and shot the arrow, and tuck the arrow, hit the target, which is the boar. Suddenly, when he goes there, he saw that there was another arrow also pierced into the boar's body. He immediately looked around. Who is this? Who shot the arrow? It was my target. He's supposed to be warriors. If it's your target, no other warrior should interfere, actually. So he said, who is this? Who interfered with my arrow now? Like that. And suddenly he saw one hunter dressed in tiger skin. He was coming there having his bow and arrow. And immediately he said, hey, this place belongs to me. He was my target. Who are you, a mere little boy, telling me that it is my target? Arjuna was really, don't you know who I am? I am Arjuna. I am Arjuna, the greatest warrior. I am the one of the Pandavas. I am a friend of Krishna and I am excelling in archery. And you, hunter, you are telling that this boar belongs to you. I shot the arrow first. The hunter said, I don't care who you are. I shot the arrow. This boar belongs to me. I will not unmute you right now because I am scared that you will reveal who is that guy. Okay. So Atharva, I hope you won't reveal it. Yeah. So just hear it for some more time. Yeah. So now immediately Arjuna said, aha, let us decide with a fight. So immediately he took, what is the bow name of Arjuna's? Gandiva, right? Gandiva bow. He has a Gandiva bow. That bow is such a mighty bow that I don't know whether you all know what is quivers, right? It's like a basket where the arrows are kept, right? That quiver is will never get empty. It's like Akshaya Patra. He'll never get empty. Always it will have quivers. So now using his arrow, using his Gandiva bow, and the hunter, the Kirata hunter, his name is Kirata. The Kirata hunter also used his bow. Both of them shot arrows. And this was the first time Arjuna's arrows was split and broken. And Arjuna was shocked. How can my arrow from the Gandiva bow be broken? He did not understand this. This is really, and he shot one after the other, and suddenly he saw that his quiver of arrows was empty. This is the first time this happened where his quiver, all the arrows were not there, got over. And he thought, okay. So what did he do? He used the bow and trapped the hunter using the bow and started fighting. And that hunter, using his massive arms, he tried to bend the Gandiva bow. Okay, and now Arjuna started using the spear. He had the spear. Even the Kirata had the spear. They had spear fighting for some time. So much of spear fighting. But Arjuna saw that this hunter was having massive, fantastic wrestling skills and fighting skills. He was not able to defeat this hunter, whatever way he was trying. So the spear was also broken. Then finally, both of them went into wrestling match. Arms together, going, wrestling. And in between, the hunter used to give him some blows, such hard blows. Arjuna used to faint for some time. He used to fall down, and the hunter used to wait for the Arjuna to wake up and continue fighting. Arjuna was getting blow after blow because the blows were so massive. It was too strong for Arjuna to even bear. And because this Kirata hunter was having really very muscular strength and such strength that Arjuna was not able to defeat him. And finally, Arjuna was so exhausted. He was just sitting there, not knowing now how to defeat this hunter. And suddenly, when sometimes you're so distressed, whom do you remember? The divine, the God. Once more, he remembered Shiva. Immediately, he had a beautifully built a linga for his prayers. He went there, got some wild flowers, put the wild flowers, closed his eyes, and in very sincerely prayed to Shiva, oh Shiva, give me strength. Right? When the divine strength flows through you, are you conquerable or not conquerable? Not conquerable, right? Yeah, so that was the way he was praying and praying and praying, and he opened his eyes, all ready to fight with the hunter again. And when he looked at the hunter, he was surprised. the flower garland which he had put to for the linga, that the flower garland was in the hunter's neck.
That is Shiva.
How did that happen?
How Shiva?
It was actually Shiva. The Shiva who was disguised himself as a hunter. That is why he was not conquerable, na? Got it? Yeah, now you got it. I see you shaking head. Yeah. So now the Kirata hunter was none other than Shiva, who had come to test the power, test the devotion of Arjuna, the perseverance and the humility. Because who can receive this Pashupata weapon? The weapon is only belonging to that person who's having the utmost devotion, utmost courage, utmost strength, and humility. All these qualities are required for this weapon to be, because this Pashupata weapon is one of the greatest weapon, stronger than Brahmastra. So that is the strength of the Pashupata weapon. So immediately Arjuna saw that the hunter is having the flower garland, and immediately he understood, immediately everything dawned on him that, this hunter is actually Shiva. He fell on the floor, fell and did namaskara, full namaskara to the hunter. Hunter said, come on, get up, Arjuna. I'm so pleased with your perseverance and the strength and the courage you had. You never sometimes, you are doing some things and then you say, I can't do it, it's impossible. And you just remain like that. Did Arjuna do that? Although his opponent was so strong, he continued fighting, and then realized that let me pray and again fight. That perseverant ability was Arjuna. That is how he became a greatest archer. That is how he becomes a friend, a favorite of Krishna, and that is how he becomes one of the most important warrior in the Kurukshetra battle, right? So that is why even Shiva chose him to give the Pashupata weapon. He gave the Pashupata weapon to Arjuna, saying that you are qualified to receive this Pashupata weapon. With my test, I have understood your humility and devotion and strength. But I want you to use this Pashupata weapon only when the entire world is in trouble. This Pashupata weapon should not be used carelessly. Aha, you have come, I'll use this weapon. No, it is not to be used. Brahmastra, Pashupata weapon, all should not be used carelessly. So that is the condition which he gave to Arjuna. And he knew Arjuna will never misuse the power. Will Ravana misuse the power if Pashupata weapon is given? Yes. Will Arjuna misuse the power? So that is why both personalities are very contrasting. Although they are great bhaktas, the personalities, how you utilize the power which is given to you. You utilize the power to torment people or for your own ego, or utilize the power for the wellness of the universe, right? And Arjuna, actually, you know what? Arjuna did not use the Pashupata weapon in the entire Kurukshetra battle, because that necessity did not come. But everyone knows that he's got the Pashupata weapon, and whoever has the Pashupata weapon is invincible in battle. All knows that, but he never used it. That situation did not even arise. Even when he had the fight with Bhishma, even when he had the fight with Karna, Jayadratha, he did not use the Pashupata weapon. Even with his anger towards Ashwatthama, he did not use. Yes, Atharva, now you can speak.
Ma'am, in the Mahabharata, there are two people, Karn and Eklavya, and they are considered better archers than Arjuna.
They are also considered to be one of the greatest archers. Ekalavya was supposed to be the greatest archer. Karna was also a greatest archer. Only problem with Karna was, see, the Arjuna had that strength and devotion towards Krishna. He always believed that Krishna's grace and Krishna's strength is in him. Karna was always a person who complained a lot. He always said, I did not get this, I did not get this. And he also sided whom? Although knowing Duryodhana was on the wrong side, he sided Duryodhana. If he had sided this side, he also would have been one of the greatest archers of the world. Even now, he is considered to be that. But even Karna realized once Arjuna got the Pashupata weapon that Arjuna excels in archery more than him. Because
Okay.
one who holds the Pashupata is considered to be one of the greatest warriors. Pashupata weapon is something it is not easy to, get that weapon from Shiva. Shiva has not given to Ravana to all these years. He has not given in Dwapara Yuga. He had given to Arjuna. Treta Yuga,
Ma'am,
Kali
so
Yuga,
whoever holds the Pashupata weapon is the supreme.
absolutely supreme warrior of the entire universe. So Arjuna was holding, but was he anywhere proud that he
No,
got
ma'am.
this? No, he was always devoted to Krishna, always devoted to his grandfather Bhishma, very respectful towards his teacher Dronacharya and Kripacharya, always respectful towards his brothers Yudhishthira. He never said that I got the Pashupata, so I am greater than you, oh Yudhishthira. He always considered Yudhishthira. So that is the beautiful quality of Arjuna, which is something which is very important for all of us to take back. That will be our takeaway, isn't it? For me, Arjuna's perseverance and humility is something which I take away. For you all, something else would be there, his warrior, his strength, and his bravery, maybe. So each of us would like something about Arjuna. So now, after receiving the Pashupata weapon, after knowing that he has the strength of the entire universe in his hands, Arjuna goes back to the forest, back to his brothers, giving the good news that he has got the Pashupata weapon from Shiva. So this is the story of Arjuna receiving the strength. Okay. So you all like the story? Yes, Prisha. Yes, Subbalakshmi.
Then
When did Shiva actually have like two arrows?
Sorry?
One didn't Shiva actually have two arrows? One he gave to Arjuna and one he gave to one more person.
Which person again?
I forgot about the name, but he actually had two arrows.
I'm not able to recollect suddenly right now out of the blue. Maybe I will check. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Subbalakshmi.
how in the Mahabharatam war, then why didn't Balarama came in to the war?
Why, what?
Why Balarama didn't came to the Mahabharatam war?
Oh, very, very interesting. Yes, you know what happens? Balarama's student is actually Duryodhana. But Balarama is also the elder brother of Krishna. He was wanting to be in neutral position, did not want to side either Yudhishthira or Duryodhana, his student, because he felt that it is not right when his brother was siding the Pandavas. He also did not side, which Krishna actually got very angry with him towards the end, saying that you could have sided the Pandava, knowing that Pandava was on the right side, but still, oh brother, you did not side. You choose to be neutral. So, which was something which Balarama regretted not siding the Pandavas, although knowing Pandavas were right, but his love for his student Duryodhana was very, very intense and very, very strong. So he could not tolerate opposing Duryodhana. So he chose to be neutral, saying that you guys do whatever you want, I will be. Sometimes you do know in fighting between you guys will be fighting, you boys will fight with each other, and suddenly you decide, I will not side here, I will not side here, I will be neutral. But just because you're in the neutral, do you think are you doing a good thing? You are not
No.
even siding which is the right side. So sometimes being neutral is okay, but sometimes siding the side which is actually doing the right thing is important. So
It's
you
like a solo.
Rama, or you could choose to be Krishna.
It's
Okay,
like
guys,
being solo.
asking question. Huh?
It's like being solo.
He chose to be solo, saying that I don't want to be involved in all of this. So he did not
Okay.
even side which is right or wrong. That is
Mm.
also something which is a thing to question, isn't it? You might think about it. Is it a
When
right or a
Krishna
wrong?
in the Mahabharata, what he did?
He did not even take part, my dear.
No, what he did? I asked what he did.
What he did is, wait.
Yes.
You want to know what Balarama did? Huh?
No, when the Mahabharata war, yeah, starting to ending, what did Balarama did when Krishna and Arjuna is in the war?
When Krishna and Arjuna was in the war, Balarama first of all did not come only. He was doing Tirtha Yatra. He was pilgrimage tour he was doing. Only when Duryodhana was fighting with Bhima, at that time he came to see the fight between Duryodhana and Bhima. That time, you remember, he was there to watch the duel match.
Hmm. Okay.
That time he was not there at all.
Hmm.
It's like your friend is there in his house only, but you and your friends are fighting the battle in the ground. Your friend did not come, he was in the house only.
Oh.
Like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Right? Yeah. Good question. Thank you. What is your name actually?
My name is actually Ashwin Vijay.
Ashwin Vijay. Okay. Next time
Actually, my
call me
mother also,
Ashwin.
actually my mother also is attending some meetings and all. So
Okay.
only she's kept as Sublakshmi.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So let's do our 9 times Om Namah Shivaya. Okay? Okay. I hope all of you remember Om Namah Shivaya. Close your eye. All back straight. Yes. Excellent. Back straight, palms together. You can smile. Yes. You can visualize yourself as Arjuna, or you want to have the qualities of Ravana's intense devotion. That is also nice, right? Except that ego, Ravana was outstanding. So close your eyes, whomever is your favorite personality or the warrior, visualize that person. Visualize the qualities in that person. Visualize Shiva. And let's chant Om Namah Shivaya 9 times. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Repeat after me. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Repeat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Urvarukamiva. Urvarukamiva Bandhanat. Bandhanat. मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मामृतात् मामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Very good. Thank you so much. Let's clap hands for warriors of Arjuna and Ravana. Right? Thank you, online people. Today was such an active group. You were all there. So I'm really happy to see the active group, guys. Okay. So because that is very important. Okay, bye. See you all. Okay. Yes, Atharva, you have raised hands. Yes, Ahana, you have wanting to unmute.
Ma'am, like you were saying that in that battle between Duryodhana and Bhima, so Balaram was the eyewitness and the spectator.
Yes, he was eyewitness. He was invited as eyewitness. Yes.
Okay.
The only that time he came to see the battle. Till that time he chose not.
I love that. Yeah, every people in the what to say in the story you said.
You loved every story, every character there.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now what you do, you go back and tell everyone the stories.
Okay.
You become the storyteller. Who all would love to be storytellers like Auntie?
Yes.
Ah, good. Yeah, you should all become storytellers. Okay. Yeah. See you then. Bye. Bye. See you tomorrow. I will announce what story. I think tomorrow, tomorrow I will want to say Tripurasura, Tripurantaka, the Shiva killing the three Asuras. Okay. It will be a very good one. And I think something else also I will cover. Okay.
Okay.
A very good, interesting story about Shiva. Okay,
Okay.
bye.